Welcome everyone here tonight for OST race number 2 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Qualifying has started here. They will have, I believe it's 10 minutes for qualifying. I'll have to double check on that, but we'll get a ticker up here. Show you the lap times. Oh, 50 car goes around and on his qualifying lap. Does look like it's single car qualifying this year. At least from what I can tell right now. See if we'll swap over to our ticker instead of the tower. The tower is kind of screwed up right now. Not sure what's going on there, but you can see Cottle in first right now. Gene second. Purnell third. Joshua Battles fourth. Pittman fifth. Connor Knowlton sixth. Ashworth in seventh. Brendan Forseal in eighth. James Kerr ninth. And Dale Markowski in 10th right now. Still several drivers that have not turned a lap yet. RJ Williams goes to 5th on the leaderboard. Brandon Fetterplace still has not turned a lap yet. Looking at Matthew Kent right now. Matthew Kent puts it in 12th place right now for qualifying here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Second race of the season for OST as Brandon Fetterplace gets loose on his lap. He's going to drive it backwards, pull the old Kyle Busch, take it back to pit road there. There he goes. Slings it around. Cottle still pole sitter at the moment. Patrick Oberstadt now out there turning his lap. Bryn Roberts also in the field tonight. John Hagan also in the field, another really fast driver. Some really good talent out there right now. Anthony Cordray looks like he's getting ready to make his qualifying lap here. Dustin Marr goes to 3rd on the leaderboard. Connor Knowlton currently in 8th. John Hagan in 10th. A lot of really good fast drivers out here tonight. Should be a lot of fun. First broadcasted race for OST. Was told that earlier. Did not know that that was the case, but here we are. Was going to race tonight, but so much competition out there. No sense of me riding back there in 25th or not even making the show. Might as well bring some action to everybody at home. Thank you all for watching. Maybe we'll make this a regular thing. We'll see. We got 25 cars right now that have turned qualifying lap. Justin Waddell and Anthony Cordray still have not turned a lap. And then, of course, Thomas Melnick is race control, race director tonight here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. So we'll talk a little bit about how this works. And let me do something really quick here. So pretty much how this works for OST. Qualifying obviously is right now 10 minutes. So probably got about, let me actually take a look, got about a little less than 4 minutes left here in qualifying, but obviously pretty much everyone has turned a lap other than Anthony and Justin Waddell. Sorry if I screw some names up, y'all shoot me a DM. I'll make it better next week. But anyway, the way this works, obviously qualifying 10 minutes, the top 4 lock into the A main. So Cottle, Gene, Marr, and Purnell right now locked in to the A main, or the main. From 8:40 to about 9 o'clock, we'll be running heats. The top 8 from each heat will lock in. And then the LCQ, it will lock in the final 4 spots. So you got only 16 drivers making the race tonight, and we got about 27 on the grid. So definitely going to be some drivers not make it through to the main event tonight here at OST at North Wilkesboro. Should be a good race. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. A lot of people battling for a spot, as now Anthony Cordray waits almost to the last minute, but he gets that thing going, and he's going to try and get a qualifying lap. All the way up against the wall there in 3 and 4. Here in 1 and 2, and it looks like they only get 1 lap, so you don't get 2 laps, you just get 1 good lap, and we'll see where this puts Anthony Cordray as he crosses the line. It's going to put him 15th overall. So Justin Waddell still has not qualified. He will start 27th. Again, Thomas Melnick is our race control / race director tonight. We've got about another minute here before the race starts. So again, top 4, Josh Caudell, Kyle St. Jean, Dustin Marr, Austin Purnell, all locking into the main feature tonight. Again, learning some of these new guys' names, so if I do screw it up, I apologize in advance. We're out here learning. We're out here having fun. Obviously, North Wilkesboro, the old layout, not the new pavement yet here on iRacing. So it's still slick, it's still bumpy, but it's still a lot of fun, especially with these cars. It's one of the things I think that draws such a great crowd. Steven Oberstadt and Jack Mulkey have done a really great job of building this series up. Now they have race control with Thomas Melnick, and they got a broadcaster with me, so they're obviously doing something right as qualifying comes to an end here at North Wilkesboro. We'll get set for the first heat. And they're going to grid up here 11 laps for this heat. You got Josh Battles will be starting on pole. Ryan Pittman starting in second. See if we can't show the grid real quick here. Trey Ashworth in third. Brennan Forseal in fourth. Bryn Roberts in fifth. Anthony Cordray sixth. Dale Markowski seventh. Ronald Binkley in eighth. Brandon Fetterplace in ninth. Nicholas Giampa in 10th. Patrick Oberstadt 11th. And Justin Waddell in 10th place. Let's get off the drone cam before we all get sick. They're rolling here. Heat number 1. It's got 12 people, so it's looking like probably just 2 heats. Obviously 27 total on the grid. Top 4 advanced, so there's only 23. So 12 in this one, 11 in the next one. I'm going to try and keep the camera kind of focused on some action out there on track, so if we catch anyone crashing or any kind of issues on track, hopefully we catch it. I'm going to go one more lap here for heat number 1, top 6 advance. I believe that's what I said. Hold on, let me double check. Top 8, I'm sorry, top 8. And green flag flies here. Joshua Battles takes the lead. Going into turn 1, we got 10 laps remaining here in heat number 1. Keep an eye on everyone coming through turn 2 onto the backstretch into turn number 3. Joshua Battles still in the race lead right now. Again, top 6. Oh, there goes the 17. Not sure who that is. That is, again, trying to learn. The 26 is involved as well. No cautions here in the heats. Oh, that was Dale Markowski in the 17. Nicholas Giampa in the 26. Unfortunate for both of those drivers. They are going to probably have to be in that last chance qualifier race here in just a few minutes. Joshua Battles still your race leader here in heat number 1 with 7 laps to go. Coming to 6 to go this time. Ryan Pittman in second, Trey Ashworth in third, and Bryn Roberts in fourth. Brennan Forseal fifth, and Anthony Cordray right now in the final transfer spot here in heat number 1. Be coming to 5 to go here. Bryn Roberts driving the piss out of that thing. Sideways coming out of turn 2. Looks like we may have a battle for the transfer spot, and Ronald Binkley has actually made that pass. There you see Binkley, but Cordray not giving up just yet. Right there. This is for the transfer spot. Last transfer spot for the feature, and Cordray is sideways off of turn 4. He's going to lose some time there, and Ronald Binkley looks like he may get that spot as Bryn Roberts is still just sideways in this thing. Definitely not a lot of grip out there for these race cars. Track's really hot. Let's see if we can take a look at the track temperature. Probably don't know how to do that. We'll figure it out eventually. We won't worry about it right now. Great heat race so far. Only a couple incidents. Dale Markowski in the 26 car of Nicholas Giampa. Coming to the white flag here, Joshua Battles final lap here in Heat 1. Just got to keep it on the racetrack here if you're Joshua Battles or Ryan Pittman or really any of these top 6. Say we'll come to the start finish line here. Checker flag flies in Heat number 1. Joshua Battles takes home Heat 1. Ryan Pittman comes home in 2nd. Trey Ashworth in 3rd. Bryn Roberts 4th. Brendan Forseal 5th. Ronald Binkley does take the final transfer spot in 6th place. Anthony Cordray 7th. Brandon Fetterplace in 8th. Patrick Oberstadt 9th. Justin Waddell 10th. Dale Markowski 11th. And Nicholas Ciampa closes out Heat 1 in 12th place. So Heat 1 is in the books. We move to Heat 2, where R.J. Williams will be on pole. Excuse me. So let's take a look here at the grid here for Heat number 2. R.J. Williams on the pole. Connor Knowlton 2nd. John Hagan 3rd. James Kerr in 4th. Tom Sears in 5th. Matthew Kent in 6th. Stephen Oberstadt in 7th. Mark Dela in 8th. James Wright 9th. Ryan Dunnigan in 10th. Alexander Hagerman in 11th. And again, Thomas Melnick Jr. Will not be racing. He is race control, race director. So there is 11 cars here in this heat. There goes the grid. Okay. Grid wasn't going away for some reason. We got it figured out, though. Heat number 2. Getting ready to get started here. Let's see if we can't change this over to the NASCAR tower and see if maybe, just maybe it will work for us. Well, I guess it's not going to switch for me, so we'll keep it with the ticker until it decides to change. Get a little bit of lag from the iRacing Live timing for some reason. But Heat 2 underway here. Not underway, but about to be underway. Again, 10 laps. Top 6 will advance. There's the tower, but tower is not even close to being correct, so we'll go back to the ticker, give it a second. Connor Knowlton currently in 2nd. R.J. Williams and Connor Knowlton both battling for the lead here. Oh, big wreck in the back. Not sure who that was. We're trying to get the ticker back going here. Excuse me. That was Mark Dela and Alexander Hagerman that crashed there. Oh, and there goes the 21. R.J. Williams loses it. So Connor Knowlton is currently your race leader in this heat. I know the tower is messed up. I'm trying to switch it. Will not swap for some reason. We're gonna actually close this iRacing Live timing out real quick and just try and open it back up here for the heat races. So hopefully maybe we can at least have it for the feature. Sorry, y'all are going to see some things pop up. Just trying to get these things fixed. Not sure what happened. Kind of froze, but there we go. Now we got the ticker back up. So hopefully that may have fixed any issues we had, but it's apparently the ticker doesn't work. So kind of flying blind here. I know y'all at home watching, but right now Connor Knowlton is in the race lead. John Hagan in second, James Kerr third, Tom Sears fourth, Stephen Oberstadt in fifth, Matthew Kent is in sixth in that last transfer spot right now. 2 laps remaining. They'll be coming to the white flag this time. White flag for Connor Knowlton in the number 2 machine. John Hagan right behind him. So Connor Knowlton will come around turn 4, take the checkered flag here for heat number 2. John Hagan comes home in second. James Kerr third, Tom Sears fourth, Stephen Oberstadt in fifth. Matthew Kent takes the final transfer spot in sixth. James Wright seventh, Ryan Dunnigan in eighth, R.J. Williams ninth after he spun out, Mark Dila 10th, Alexander Hagerman comes home in 11th. So now we get ready for the last chance qualifying race here at North Wilkesboro. Again, let me make sure that I am telling you all the right thing here. I believe the top 4 advance from the LCQ, and that does look like it is correct. So 4 spots here, 10 laps. Ten laps, 4 spots, and it looks like there are 7 cars. Gonna try and make this field here tonight at North Wilkesboro. Beautiful track. Wish we could get the ticker working. No idea. Never had this issue before. It's always something. But it's just be that way sometimes. Patrick Oberstadt starts on pole. R.J. Williams second, Mark Dila third, Justin Waddell fourth, Dale Markowski fifth, Alexander Hagerman in sixth, Nicholas Giampa in seventh. So 3 drivers will be going home tonight. 10 laps remaining. Getting ready to go green flag racing here. Again, ticker not working right now, so I'll give y'all updates best I can. Hopefully it'll work for the feature. I know I've had issues with this NASCAR ticker not really working all that well for when you do any kind of heat racing, LCQs, stuff like that. It kind of, iRacing live timing kind of has a meltdown and doesn't really know what to do. But we're getting ready to go green flag racing here for the LCQ. 4 cars will make it in as they go green here at North Wilkesboro. #21 of R.J. Williams goes, there's 1 car on the wall. It's 80 of Mark Dila. Oh, there goes the 48. Alexander Hagerman. Probably going to be the end of his night in that number 48 Lowe's machine. Jimmy Johnson. Oh, Mark Dela. He's around. Also, Dale Markowski involved. Both of them try and get back going here. He's going to smack the wall. Here comes the 48. Ooh, 48 almost got him. Leaders are probably coming up here pretty soon. And there goes the race leader, 21 of R.J. Williams. Patrick Oberstadt currently in second. Justin Waddell third. Nicholas Giampa in fourth. Those are your transfer positions at this moment. But still 10 laps left. Still a lot can happen here at North Wilkesboro. Patrick Oberstadt still battling R.J. Williams for the race lead here. It's the 33 car of Justin Waddell, currently running in third place in that Bass Pro Shops machine. Dale Markowski is a lap down right now in sixth. He's got the 26 of Nicholas Giampa behind him. Patrick Oberstadt trying his best to get to R.J. Williams, but just can't quite get there. As the 26, about lost it there off turn 2. Good save by the 26 of Nicholas Giampa. Ooh, 26 in the wall. Not sure if that's going to cause any damage, but definitely got a piece of that outside wall there. Leaders coming up on the lap car. That is the 48 of Alexander Hagerman in that Jimmy Johnson Lowe's machine. Hopefully he stays out of the way here of the leaders. And the race is finishing. So obviously the ticker is completely broken because I still thought there was 8 laps to go. So hopefully this ticker will fix itself here. Already reset the iRacing live timing and SDK. Didn't seem to work as it thinks we have 7 laps to go. So, oh well, we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll fix itself here for the feature. Doesn't look like it's. Oh, there is a warm up. So a 5-minute warm up here, I believe. Man, this warm-up looks crazy so far. Obviously, there's going to be 16 cars out there on track. "16 cars is a lot of cars here at North Wilkesboro. That's a pretty big field, so we'll have to see what happens here. As the ticker is just completely confused. It's still counting laps down like we're running a race, but this is indeed the warm-up before the feature. currently Kyle St. Jean is turned the fastest lap here in the warm-up so far with a 19.23. Connor Knowlton also with a 19.23. Actually, Brandon Fetterplace also with a 19.23. So Josh Caudell goes to the top of the board and warm up with a 19.21. Second, third, and fourth in warm-ups, all three turned 19.23 seconds here. And RJ Williams turned a 19.26. So not a whole lot of separation here for the field, at least for the top 10 or so. All within pretty much a tenth, actually about a tenth difference between first all the way down to about 16th at this point, honestly. And the ticker finally told me there's 5 laps to go, so that's always good there. And I'm going to cut the stream here for just a moment. I'm going to shut down SDK. So just stick around here for just a moment. I'm going to try and get this situated and fixed real quick here before the feature, because I do not want y'all to have to go through the feature without some form of being able to see where everyone's running. I'm sure everybody's got friends that are probably racing in this race, or you're a fan of somebody, so we're going to try and do our best to get this little technical difficulty fixed here. All right, I think we may have something here. Let's see here. There we go. We're learning. Learning as we go, I tell you. So as you can tell, we have 30 seconds left here in warm-up. You can kind of see where everyone has turned, what kind of laps they've turned up there on the ticker. Let's just give the tower a shot and see what happens here. There we go. Tower's working. We're all good. Just in time. All right, here we go. Need to change that back to laps. Definitely don't care about time. 100 laps here tonight. This is going to be a fun one. Obviously, I didn't read the announcement correctly because we have 24 cars on track. I'm assuming that probably meant if they had a full field or over the limit, that the LCQ would obviously only take the top 4. But I guess that limit, I know that they were going to change it, I thought, but I have so much going on. It's hard to keep up with every series and what they're doing and, you know, kind of the difference in rules. So my apologies. Everybody makes the field tonight. So you got 24 race cars out on track. That could be bad. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Excited. First ever OST broadcast about to get going here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Glad to be a part of it. Definitely do not want to be out there on the racetrack, not behind one of these race cars. Made my 600 start actually yesterday in ARCs, so I'm going to try and transition, maybe pull a little bit of a Kevin Harvick or a Clint Boyer and kind of be in the booth a little bit more. I enjoy this way more than I enjoy being out there on the racetrack some days. So lights on the pace car are off. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing here in just a moment. And here they come off of turn 4. 24 cars here at North Wilkesboro take the green flag, and Caudell in the 15 leads them into turn 1. That is Dustin Marr in the 16, currently in second in that number 16 machine. We're kind of just trying to focus on some crashes if they happen here. A lot of race cars, 2 by 2 here at North Wilkesboro. John Hagan in that number 81 machine making the outside work. He's going to make the pass and now get back to the bottom behind Connor Knowlton. The 32 of Austin Purnell, another very, very fast race car driver on these short tracks. Look for him to be there at the end as well. And a great run by Joshua Battles in that number 71 Jurassic Park Ford Mustang. Excuse me, currently running 5th. Trying to hold off Austin Purnell, or actually make the pass on Austin Purnell for 4th. It's tough to run that bottom. Topside gets a really good run off. Sets him up for the next corner, but definitely you want to be on the bottom in 3 and 4. Shortest way around the racetrack. As Josh Caudell has pulled away to about a 0.5 of a second lead over Dustin Marr. After 5 laps here at North Wilkesboro. 24th is Anthony Cordray. He's about 6 seconds back, so still only about 6 seconds from the race leader to the last place driver in 24th. Everybody been pretty clean so far. I'll probably say that, and something will probably happen. Commentator's curse never ceases to amaze me, but so far so good. 3 wide looks like maybe back there in the back. Hopefully they keep that pointed in the right direction. Patrick Oberstadt back in 18th. Federer plays 17th. Steven Oberstadt 16th. All 3 of them very, very fast drivers. Wondering if maybe they're doing a little bit of tire conservation. As James Kerr currently running in 8th behind John Hagan. These short tracks always bring out the best in some of these drivers that, like myself, may struggle a little bit sometimes on Sundays in A-squared. Me, Joshua Battles, and James Kerr. Hell, we half the time are back there battling for what feels like 28th, and great runs by both of them here tonight. Joshua Battles in 7th, Kerr in 8th. Then Tom Sears doing what he does best back there, kind of lurking back there in 10th. Behind that 08 of Ryan Pittman. We've had 11 green flag laps so far, and this has been a really fun and clean race so far as Kerr makes the pass on the 71 of Joshua Battles. Meanwhile, Josh Caudell has checked out here. He is 1.2 seconds ahead of the field in that number 44 machine. He's got a 44 painted on it, but he's the 15 according to iRacing scoring and timing. But pretty much pulled away from Dustin Marr, who currently runs in second place. Austin Purnell in third now, kind of making up some spots. Back here to James Kerr in the 7th place. I got it to focus on crashes, but some reason it just keeps bouncing back and forth between Kerr and Joshua Battles. So I don't know if iRacing's trying to tell us something, or trying to maybe tell the future or something. But we'll try and get everybody on screen here at some point in the night. For some reason my headphones just disconnected, so lost sound there for a little bit. Just seems to be one technical difficulty after the other here tonight, but we're back. I can hear again. So 2 of Connor Knowlton gets around Austin Purnell for 3rd place. Or maybe Austin got a little loose or got a little high on the outside there. He is very loose in that number 32 machine. Yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in. It's been a good race so far. 19 laps clean and green here at North Wilkesboro. This is race 2 of the season. Had their first race last week, which I heard was a very good race as well. I was over there running in HTL for the HTL Cup race at Atlanta, so I was not able to make it. But back tonight, not in the car, but in the booth, which is where I feel most at home here recently. So glad to bring you all the action here tonight and give all these drivers something to watch tomorrow, or even maybe later tonight once the race is over. And we will try and get a word with our top 3 drivers at the end of this event as well, as Connor Knowlton's starting to catch the 16. Dustin Marr. John Hagan currently in 5th place. 37 of Kyle St. Jean is in 6th. Down 4 places from where he started in 2nd place. Looks like the biggest mover of the day so far is RJ Williams in the 21 machine. He's up 8 spots from where he started, all the way up to 13th right now on the leaderboard after 24 laps. And unfortunately, it looks like so far the unlucky charger is the 31. Matthew Kent has lost 7 spots since where he started. So he is currently running in 23rd place, back there battling Ryan Dunnigan in that number 31 Waffle House machine. Love me some Waffle House. Miss it. It's not really up here in Michigan. We're about an hour and a half away from us. So definitely saying it's not worth it, but that's a hefty drive for some scattered and smothered hash browns. But like I said, it might be worth it. But 27 laps in so far, we're still green. No cautions yet. Take a look at Steven Overstat here battling in 18th with Brandon Fetterplace, who is currently 17th. Patrick Oberstadt also has almost made up the same amount of spots as RJ Williams. Oh, Austin Purnell. Something happened with Purnell. He is in the inside wall. Not sure what happened to Purnell. Let's see if we can back it up here real quick. Oh, it looks like he just got loose. Yep, just lost it. Knocked her down. Put it in the inside wall and kept her going. But unfortunately now, Bean scored 1 lap down, I believe. I would think so, because that is the 2 coming up in second right now. So Austin Purnell with an ill-handling race car in that number 32 machine. Very unfortunate there. On lap 29, whereas the leaders are coming to lap 31. So definitely gone a lap down now. Ryan Dunnigan now 22nd. So that will drop Austin Purnell 19 spots from where he started here tonight. Watching Tom Sears battling right now for 11th place. Bryn Roberts in that 84 machine is trying to move into the top 10, battling Tom Sears. That is the 8 of Trey Ashworth, currently running in 9th. At this point, they're pretty spread out. 17 seconds from first to 22nd. Obviously, Austin Purnell 1 down. And then that is, sorry for the name, Nicholas Gianco in the 26th. 2 laps down right now. Just trying to keep it up high and out of the way of everyone else's. Connor Knowlton is starting to close in just a little bit on the race leader, Josh Purnell, in that 15/44 machine. Lead was about 2.5 seconds. Connor got it down to about 1.6. Not sure if he still has a little bit more speed in that number 2 machine, but definitely making up just a little bit of time. Let's take a look at their last laps. Josh Cadell, last lap, 1983. Connor Knowlton, 1981. So about 2 100ths faster than your current race leader. We'll take a look at him again this time by. Josh Cadell at 19.91, Connor Knowlton 19.89. So yeah, Connor is about 2 100ths of a second faster every lap, but obviously not a whole lot of difference there in the lap times. So gonna have to see what Connor Knowlton can do on the long run. Obviously 40 laps right now on this first and only green flag run. No cautions so far, which I'll be honest with you, if you told me that we'd be 40 laps into this race with 24 cars that started and not have a caution, I don't believe I would have believed you in the slightest. So as it's Ryan Dunnigan going 1 lap down in that number 42 Bass Pro Shops machine. He will be in the spot to be the lucky dog if Austin Purnell does not catch him before we have a caution. If we have a caution, this thing could go green to the end. Never know here at North Wilkesboro. It's something could happen very, very quickly. Hey, shout out also to everybody in the chat. Got Cody in there. I think Jack Mulkey's in there, the other admin. He's out there at Hooters getting him some wings and cold beer. Having me a cold beer too up here in the booth at North Wilkesboro. I think that's what's the greatest about being a broadcaster is, well, I drank when I raced too, but you know, I guess it's a little more acceptable in the booth. At least that's what they tell me. I don't know. But yeah, thank y'all for being in the chat. Definitely a lot of new names this year. Something that everyone, all the admins in this series have done a really great job of. So we got a hornet's nest back here. This is the 75 of James Kerr, the 84 of Bryn Roberts, 71 of Joshua Battles, 21 of RJ Williams. He's still making his way to the front. He's now in 9th, up 12 positions from where he started. So the 21 machine is bad fast. Oh, the 55's around, and that might be the first caution. Oh, big hit. Not sure how that was not a caution. There's the caution. First caution of the night. That was the 55. Tough hit. That 55 machine. See if we can't take a look here at what happened there, that last crash. Let's go back here. Previous crash was the 55, which is not actually the 55. So there it is. The 125 is what he's been scored as. And who is that just takes a little bit of a piece off his nose there? Yeah, 55 gets into the 84. Trying to see exactly who it was that just... Take it back just a second. That is maybe the 26. I don't know. Some of these drivers' paints don't match. We're going to have to talk to Steven and James Kerr. I mean, not Kerr. Steven Oberstadt about this, because very, very difficult to determine who is who when you can't see what their numbers are. It is the 125. There we go. All right, let's take a ride along with the 125. Coming into turn one here. Sees the smoke. Thinks he's going to be clear and just not quite. Unfortunate there for the 125 as well as whatever number it was. Y'all get the point. Again, half the cars don't match what they are in the video, so if I screw it up, blame it on them. This 125 is going to get his lap back. So 125 of Ronald Binkley. 50 of Justin Waddell coming off of pit road. So it looked like there's a couple of cars, Steven Oberstadt and Anthony Cordray, stay out there, or at least, yeah, they stayed out. They do not have a pit, last pit lap, so they have not pitted yet. This is where it may get a little bit crazy with a little less than 50 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. We still currently have 20 cars on the lead lap. You have 4 cars that are a lap down or several laps down, as we are going green flag racing once again. Lap 53 of 54 of 100 here at North Wilkesboro. Oh, they're wrecking already. 71 of Joshua Battles hard into the wall. Caution not out yet, but the 71 is broke. He is spraying for mosquitoes back there coming into turn 3. Unfortunate for the 71 of Josh Battles. Still spraying for mosquitoes back there. Had a good run going and not going to have a good result. Having to make a pit stop under green flag. Going to probably lose at least 2 laps. Back still green flag racing. Pretty good job so far. Steven Overstat has kept his car in second. Josh Caudell in first. Anthony Cordray is still in fourth right now. Tire strategy may have played in their favor. If this thing goes green to the end, it's going to be tough for them to stay up front. Only 1 caution after 59 laps here at North Wilkesboro. 14 Tom Sears gets a little loose coming out of 2. 16 of Dustin Marr in 9th right now. Trying to make his way back up to the top 5 where he was running earlier today. Anthony Cordray still in 6th right now, and Steven Overstat still in 4th. Strategy may work out for them, but they need a caution here probably the next 10 or so laps. Just have to hope that everybody else comes in with these tires. Did not check to see how many sets of tires they have. Something I probably should have looked at. I think they did give them 2 extra sets, so not 100% on that. Bring it up and look. To see all the iRacing stuff. So we'll just say 2, and if they only have 1, then hey, if they get a caution and Anthony and Steven pit and get tires, then it'll be a damn good spot. So yeah, 1 extra set. Okay, so interesting. If we get a caution here, the 14 and the 3 of Steven Overstat could be in a very, very good spot. I also think, if I'm looking at my iRacing live timing correctly, Austin Purnell also did not stop that last caution. So if we get a caution, look out. The 32 of Austin Purnell is going to have some speed. And he has speed no matter what. He's already worked his way back up to well, he's actually 18th right now, I'm sorry, but still did not stop. So lap 67 of 100 here at North Wilkesboro. Only 1 caution today so far. Steven Overstat and Tom Sears. They're battling right now for the 11th position. Obviously, Steven Overstat and Anthony Cordray on a completely different strategy right now than everyone else. So like we said, if we get a caution, but they need to have enough time to make their way back through the field. Obviously, no one else has a set of tires, or at least don't have 4 sets, or 4 tires. They may have taken 2. Could have been 2 lefts or 2 rights. Kind of hard to tell. other than just judging off of pit road time. But regardless, you got to have enough time to come through the field because you got 18 on the lead lap right now. It's going to be really difficult to make your way through 18 cars if you only have 10 laps left. So we're coming to 30 to go here, and I would say they need a caution here probably in the next 5 to 10 laps to really have a shot at making their way all the way back up through the field and potentially competing for the win tonight here at North Wilkesboro. Tell you what, Josh Cottle is in another zip code almost by himself at this point in that 44 machine. Very, very fast. Turning the best lap so far of the race with a 19.15. The next fastest that I see is RJ Williams with a 19.23. So you're talking almost a full 10th faster than pretty much the rest of the field. So a lot of speed in that number 44 machine. Connor Knowlton, we saw earlier, kind of started to reel the 44 in as the caution came out. So it'll be interesting to see if Connor Knowlton can maybe close that gap at some point. But he's also got a mirror full of RJ Williams in the 21 machine. RJ Williams, biggest mover of the day, up 18 spots. Currently running in third place. Ryan Pittman, a good recovery. He's in fourth. James Kerr also got a lot of speed in that number 75 machine. He's in fifth right now, with Brennan Forseal in sixth, John Hagan in seventh, Bryn Roberts in eighth, battling for ninth with Dustin Marr, as well as Patrick Oberstadt in that number 6 Ford Mustang. Hunt Brothers Pizza, Kevin Harvick, tight scheme on that race car. And then Tom Sears right outside the top 10 in 11th right now. Brandon Fetterplace currently in 13th. He's kind of been struggling a little bit tonight, at least based off of his standards. He's usually pretty quick, but this car is it's a handful. It's a lot different than anything we drive in ARCs and other series, so definitely something that's not the usual here in ARCs, but still 13th, not a bad day, as it looks like Kerr may have blinked out. It's hard to tell. I think Kerr's having, oh, there he is. Okay, he's back. Still in fifth, so hopefully his internet or his computer can hang in there for just a little bit longer. We only got 22 to go. As caution flies here. Not sure what happened. Let's see if we can take a look. I didn't catch it there. It wasn't. Didn't have my camera on focus on crashes. So let's take a look here. Oh wow. Parking lot. Let's see if we can go see what happens here. Oh, there, we just saw it. The 6 looks like he gets turned by the 16, and I believe that is the 16. Yes, it is the 16. Let's take a ride on board here in the cockpit of the number 16 car. Coming into one. Oh, yeah. Just unfortunately turns the 6 there. Take another quick look. Very, very unfortunate there for, that was the 6 of Patrick Oberstadt. take a look here and see what this is. Close, and then just gets in here a little deep, and hits him, and then from there, it's a mess. It's a mess from there. Steven Oberstadt comes to a complete stop. Kent goes through the grass. Purnell, 8-car. There goes the pace car, just with no regards to anyone's life whatsoever. So very unfortunate for the 6 of Patrick Oberstadt. But a couple of people that it is not unfortunate for is Steven Oberstadt, Austin Purnell, and Anthony Cordray. Anthony Cordray is behind Austin Purnell. Austin Purnell's being scored in 13th right now. So now it's just, I mean, is it worth it? Is it worth coming in to get tires? I feel like if you're Steven Oberstadt, it probably is. Only 18 that were on the lead lap, and obviously some cars are going to have some severe damage there, but it does not look like Austin Purnell is coming down pit road. Oh, we're lining up. Nobody came down pit road except for Tom Sears and Kyle St. Jean, who obviously must have had some. Yeah, there's the 14, unfortunate, sitting on pit road. And there we go, camera. Oh, he's not crashed. Come on. 2 of Connor Knowlton battling everything he can. 15 to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Trying to make that top line work, but the 44 is just so strong on the bottom. Coming to 14 to go here. The 21 of R.J. Williams in the picture, as well as Ryan Pittman. And James Kerr in 5th, battling right there for the race lead. Hopefully everyone keeps it clean up here. We don't have any issues. Let's see if we can focus on crashes. Every time goes to crashes and straight to Tom Sears. He's on pit road, iRacing. He's not crashing. Coming to 12 to go here at North Wilkesboro. Connor Knowlton starting to lose a little bit of time on that number 44 of Josh Caudell. R.J. Williams right there behind Connor Knowlton. Got to think he's wanting to try and get around that number 2 so he can see what he can do to catch that number 44 machine of Josh Caudell. 10, 11 laps remaining. Sorry, I don't know how to count. I'm from Georgia. Coming to 10 to go this time. We'll get it. We'll get it. Austin Purnell back up to 10th after he spun. Went all the way to the back, actually went a lap down. What a just huge recovery. 32 of Austin Purnell. And oh, caution, 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 caution. Let's see if we can see. There, I swear, this game makes no sense sometimes. But there we go, Justin Waddell. Looks like he might have been involved in it. Take a look, see what we can find out. Oh no, Steven Oberstadt involved. Let's go back a little bit there and see what happened. Looks like the 42 also may have been involved. Let's see, let's do this here. Happened at that point. Don't know why it changed camera. We're gonna look at it from the 3. There we go. Oh yeah, the 3 just 3 dove it in, and then the 42 kind of just turned a little bit better than the 3 did. Unfortunate there, but it is what it is here at North Wilkesboro as we are coming to 7 to go. Probably one of the best sounding cars, I would say, probably in the service. Six to go here at North Wilkesboro. Lights on the pace car are still on, so some extracurricular activities back there in the back. So I think the 26 made a little bit of contact with the 6 of Patrick Oberstadt. He's in an Oberstadt sandwich. Got Patrick in front of him and Steven Oberstadt behind him, so lights on the pace car are off. There you see it. These cars will start to double up. They will take the green flag with 4 laps remaining. I'm not going to say anything, and we're going to watch these cars for a lap. Speedway. Oh, big wreck. Oh, the 3's in it again. That's the 16 of Dustin Marr. Caution is out. I know the 3 of Steven Oberstadt was involved. I'll just go ahead and just roll this one back because we just saw it. Oh, looks like the 16 of Dustin Marr. See if we can't take a look here. See what happens here. Yeah, just hard to tell there from that angle. Take another look here. Looked like there were 3 wide for sure. I think that was 2 Oberstadts on his outside. Steven was way up there, so yeah, it looks like he just may have drifted up and Patrick was there, and then Steven kind of just got the raw end of the deal, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. We'll take a look from maybe a far chase or something, see if we can see what who that may have been on there. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh yeah, maybe just a little bit of net code involved as well. Very unfortunate for Dustin Marr. Heard him talk about this was the first race that he'd ever been in that had been broadcasted, and tell you what, you're doing a hell of a job there, kid, for a little bit, but all good things must come to an end, as this race also will be coming to an end here shortly. Green, white, checkered. It will be attempt number 1 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Beautiful day here in North Wilkesboro. Beautiful racetrack, beautiful race cars. Still very impressive, only 4 cautions, and obviously we have already run our 100 scheduled laps. It looks like we might have us a single file restart here for the finish of this event. Yep, due to rules, it will be a single file restart. They're green flag racing here, 2 to go at North Wilkesboro. Connor Knowlton makes a bold move under the 44. Can he get it to stick? Right there with him. What's he going to do here in 3 and 4? Still on the bottom. Probably the preferred line, I would think, in 3 and 4. White flag flies here at North Wilkesboro. We're going to see who wins this thing with only 1 to go. Connor Knowlton, just hope he keeps it clean. Don't need any controversy here tonight at North Wilkesboro. Don't need any fights. He's going to push it. He's going to go. He's going to try and get it. The 44 is going to get it just barely. Connor Knowlton, hell of a run and hell of a job keeping it clean. But the 44/15 of Josh Caudell will be your race winner. RJ Williams comes home in 3rd. Looks like there might be some wrecked race cars down there at the infield, but that's all right. Ryan Pittman 4th, James Kerr 5th. Great finish for James Kerr. Brennan Forseal in 6th. Anthony Cordray 7th. Austin Purnell comes home in 8th. John Hagan in 9th, and Brandon Fetterplace ends up in 10th. So that's your top 10s. We'll try and get a word with RJ Williams, Connor Knowlton, and Josh Caudell here in just a moment. Swap this thing over to the ticker so you can kind of see where maybe your favorite driver finished. And we will be right back. We'll try and get some interviews here with our top 3 here in just a moment. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, great finish. Connor Knowlton did a great job keeping it clean. Really do appreciate that. That was a lot of fun to watch. So we'll see what we can do here and getting these top 3 in here with us. All right, we will start here with our third place finisher, that is R.J. Williams. Give me just a second. We're going to see if we can't get him here in just a second. All right, let's take a look here. RJ Williams, this is Ryan Pinnell in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
All right, man. P3, but what a hell of a race. I mean, you started in the back and made your way up, was watching you. Obviously, you had a good car. Tell us about your race.
I drove my ass off. That's first and foremost. The fix set around here, the current fix set around here is pretty free. So when we pitted, I needed a caution a lot sooner than we had the first one, so I can kind of reset myself and get some new tires on it, and then try it again. Kind of figure out what I was doing wrong once I got the fresh sheets on there. But eventually got that. Josh was in a different zip code, and I knew he would be. And I kind of screwed the pooch in my heat race, put me in the Conzi, and had me starting way in the back. But just try to, be smart, respectful as I drove through everybody. Not literally, just the field. And that was a fun battle there at the end. I didn't tell Connor he needs to turn his roof number the other way. That's the wrong way. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I can't wait. Do you know where we're racing next week? Where are we racing next week? I don't know, but
I don't. I should know as a broadcaster, but yeah,
damn right you should, you rookie.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm doing the best I can up here. So, but
big congrats to Mr. Cottle. Wait, he ain't lost a bit in the late model stock, and another good run with Connor. So this has been fun.
Yeah, for sure. I missed last week. Had to do another league race, but I was glad to call the race tonight. It was a lot of fun, but great race for you and anybody you want to shout out or thank for tonight's performance.
Me? No, I'm just kidding. Jinx for hanging out with me. I've known Jinx came to me when he didn't know a damn thing about racing at all. He's a gamer, and he landed on his Twitch stream, and he's been attached to my hip since then. He has became the little virtual race car driver. Connor for another great race. Another one with Ryan. So, all in all, this is a fun league. Ran well. Guys, they're not bickering at one another all night long. So, kind of hate the cautions there at the end and all those green-white checkers. I'm not a big fan of that kind of stuff. But, whatever. It's the rules we've got to play by. So, I'll do it. And hopefully I'll get me a win next week. Not 2 in a row, but at least get 2 on the season.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks again, and damn good job out there.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. That was our third place finisher, R.J. Williams. Now we'll take a look here at Connor Knowlton. If I can get this figured out. Connor had a really good run tonight in the number 2 machine, so we'll bring him in here in just a moment to talk to him. Just really a great race from everyone involved tonight. So now let's have a word with Mr. Connor Knowlton. Connor Knowlton, this is Ryan Pinnell in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a race. That was a great finish. I was literally saying on the broadcast, like, all right, buddy, just don't wreck them. We've had enough controversy this week. Just keep it clean, and damn if you didn't. I mean, hell of a race, and you almost had him.
Yeah, no, he's one of the best guys on the sim. Really, really fast. I've run with him before. I've had the honor of getting to know him through some really fast teammates, and so I know all about him, and I know he's super clean. So my goal is just, if I'm gonna try and beat him, I'm gonna do it as clean as possible. And thankfully, he gave me just enough room to make something happen, but he gave me no more, no less. He's a real great racer and a real good guy. Raced me well, so I just paid it forward.
Yeah, I saw that you started kind of closing the gap on that long green flag run. Was he just saving more than you there, or did you save a little bit more than he did? I mean, talks about your long run car. How did it feel?
I definitely learned a lot from that first stint that we did. I had really burned my stuff up, and I actually asked Josh what his tires were, and I was burning my stuff up a little bit more than his. And I think he had the gap to play with to really be able to wind it down more than I did, and that was pretty apparent because he held it outside on that restart a little bit better than I did when I was up there. So I think he was able to save his tires a little bit better, just because he's got so much more experience in the style of racing than I do. But I'd say for the car that I got and what I got underneath me, I say I did a bang up job of at least having a shot with him at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was definitely a great race all the way around. I mean, only 4 cautions and 100 laps at North Wilkesboro. I said on the broadcast I would have lost that bet if someone told me y'all were only going to have 4 cautions with 24 cars. So, I mean, really just a hell of a job by everybody by keeping it clean and, just having a great race overall.
Yeah, especially at a track like Wilkesboro. I mean, it was right in the middle of the afternoon. I mean, it was I think 126-degree track temp, and I was struggling a little bit. And usually, I run cars that have a lot more horsepower than this. So if I'm getting a little loose off, I can only imagine how everybody else is feeling. It was a bit of a pig in that early run. So just a testament to the guys we got and their willingness to really kind of dial in and make the car last for a really long time, because I think once after about 20 or so laps when we didn't have a wreck early, everyone's like, oh, okay, so people brought some common sense today. We're going to have a long run, and everyone was able to keep it underneath them for a real good time. So, yeah, it's definitely really good to be able to enjoy a nice long run and really, is able to separate who's not only fast, but who can keep the car under them for a long time.
Absolutely. So we'll throw it over to you here. Anyone you want to thank or shout out for your performance tonight?
Absolutely. I'd like to give a shout out to Racy PI. Boys back at the shop helped me get this car dialed in. Give a shout out to JTT Edits, Hutter Racing Engines, and SRS as well.
Awesome, man. Well, good job, and hopefully maybe I'll be back next week up here in the booth, and maybe we'll talk to you again.
That's the goal. That's the plan.
All right. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, that was our second place finisher, Connor Knowlton. Now we will take a look here at our race winner. That was, he's new, Josh Quidell, that number 15/44 machine. So we'll get Josh in here and have a word with him. Josh, this is Ryan Pinnell in the booth. You got a copy?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I am doing great. What a race. You were bad fast all night, and y'all put on a show there, you and Connor. I was talking to Connor just a second ago, and I was hoping and praying that y'all didn't make contact, and damn, y'all had a clean, just awesome race to the finish. I mean, tell us about that finish.
Yeah, man. I feel like me, Connor, and RJ were definitely the 3 that were going to have the battle, and obviously, as you saw, we did. Connor had a hell of a restart right there at the end, and he got under me, and I just had to defend on top. That's all you can do at that point, and I appreciate him for running me clean. He could have easily just doored me out of the way, but he did it, and we had a heck of a battle. I hope it put on a good showing for y'all.
Absolutely. It was a blast to watch. Tell us a little bit about earlier on. Obviously, I mean, you pretty much gapped the field. You had about 2 or 3 second, almost 3-second lead there at one point. How good was your race car, and especially on the long run? How was it handling for you?
I think we had the best, strategy wise. What I was doing was just going as hard as I could for the first 10 laps, getting a gap, and then going conservative mode. So, and most of those guys were saving at the beginning, so they had to drive it harder than I was just to catch up. And I had the best tires. I feel like if we had a green flag run, I would have definitely been the best car, because Connor had 60% right rear, and I still was in the 70s.
Yeah.
It'd have been close, but Connor was fast. But at that hot racetrack, you gotta say you can't burn your stuff up, and a lot of people were burning their right rears up near the 50. I heard a few people pitting, and I saw a few people self spinning because they're probably blowing their right rear tires off. But Me,
Yeah.
RJ, and Connor obviously were the best at doing that, and I felt like if we had a green flag run, it would have been really good for me. But the cautions definitely put on the show, so I can't complain about that.
Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So, yeah, I mean, I watched Connor kind of start to reel you in just a little bit on that first green flag run. Were you just kind of saving, or did you, or was he just pushing a little too hard?
Near the 40 lap mark, I was kind of in a conservative mode. I was really easy on exit. I was exiting super low, so I wouldn't hurt the right rear at all. And I felt like Connor was driving it in deeper than I was, so he was trying to drive off the right front a little bit. So he was definitely faster, but I also wasn't going my full pace. He might have also not been going his full pace either, but he was just having a different strategy than I was. So I don't really know. He might have gotten closer. Obviously can't tell now, but I felt like I wasn't going that hard. Obviously, I had a little bit more juice in my tires, but I felt like I was in the perfect spot if we had a green flag run.
For sure. Well, awesome finish. I'll throw it over to you if you have anyone you want to thank or shout out. Floor's yours.
First of all, I want to thank you for doing the broadcast, man. Like I said, I hope we put on a good show and for everybody. A clean finish and a clean battle with me and Connor and RJ, and I can't ask for more than that. And I hope it was exciting. I want to thank I want to thank the league. They didn't have to accept me. I kind of asked to join last minute because RJ wanted me to run, and thank them for just letting me be a part of it and having a good show. Thank the shop. Thank Huffman Race and all of them. And yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, man. Well, definitely a good race, and it was definitely a lot of fun up here in the booth. Hopefully I'll be back next week, and if I am, maybe I'll talk to you again next week.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, see you, bud. All right, that was your race winner, Josh Caudell, in that number 15/44 machine. That'll do it here for us at North Wilkesboro. What a race. What a finish. Awesome job by everyone out on the racetrack. Everyone did a really good job. Only 4 cautions is something to be proud of at North Wilkesboro, especially with 24 late model race cars out there on track. So just overall, great race, and we'll be back again next week. I think they're racing at South Boston next week, so we'll see if we can't broadcast this thing again next week. If not, it was a lot of fun to broadcast this tonight, and thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a blast. Till I see y'all again, make sure y'all stay on that loud pedal.